Hello, Cowboys Nation, and welcome back to the Richview Roundup, your exclusive destination for all things Richview football. I am your host, Colton Richards. Let's recap last week. Richview's varsity team won over New Providence 32-21 behind the strong running of one Marquelis Davis. The Cowboys led 18-0 at the half and scored two more touchdowns in the second half to hold off the Mustangs. The JV team also won by a score of 6-0. The Cowboys JV scored on its opening drive by marching 70 yards to pay dirt. Anderson Smith, who was the JV Offensive Player of the Week, led the Cowboys on the only score of the game, capped off by a 4-yard touchdown run by Beckett Boysaw. Matthew Fiorino led a stingy defense, earning him Defensive Player of the Week, and strong play up front gave Mossy Mason JV Lineman of the Week honors. And now, the stats from the varsity game. On the offensive side of the ball, Marquelis Davis had an outstanding performance, with 9 rushes for 257 yards and 4 touchdowns. This may help his case for MVP at the 2026 Honors Banquet this November. But we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. His performance gave him the Offensive Player of the Week honors. In addition, Alex Hines had 5 rushes for 14 yards. Eli Hicks had 3 rushes for 2 yards. Donovan Corbin had 2 rushes for 9 yards. Marcus Clear had a rush for no yards. And Moses Oscar had a rush for 11 yards. In terms of receptions, Tristan Clark had a reception for 18 yards. Max Andre supplied a touchdown reception of 13 yards, adding a 2-point conversion to the end of it. Liam Hall had 2 receptions for 23 yards, and Tucker Zielkowski had a reception for 18 yards. Quarterback Alex Hines, who's one of our Sunday spotlights this week, went 5 for 15 passing for 72 yards, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. Defensively, Mekhi Craig had a solo tackle, an assist, a fumble recovery, and a pass breakup. Moses Oscar tallied 3 tackles. Jamie Cole had 6 tackles and a forced fumble, which earned him Defensive Player of the Week honors. Jeremiah Merced had 3 tackles and a tackle for loss. Add that to his outstanding play on the O-line. He received the Lineman of the Week award. Colby Butler had 2 tackles, an assist, and a tackle for loss. Eli Hicks had 3 tackles and a tackle for loss. Jacob Lakowitz had a tackle. Tafton Filgus had 2 tackles, both for a loss. Tristan Clark contributed with 3 tackles and an assist. KJ Anthony made a tackle and an assist. Tucker Zielkowski had 5 tackles, 3 of which came on special teams, making him our Special Teams Player of the Week. Justin Warden had a tackle and an assist. Marquelis Davis supplied 2 tackles and a tackle for loss. Dayton Ashworth had 2 assists. Tatum Johnson had a tackle. Donovan Corbin had a tackle for loss. Dawson Smith added 2 assists. Bennett Cochran had 3 tackles. Other scores from around the county were Kirkwood over Montgomery County in a 30-0 shutout. West Creek had a safety, which was the game's only score, to beat Kenwood 2-0. And frankly, that score may have shocked all of us. And Rossview beat Northeast to serve as a preview for the upcoming game 22-8. Now on to our Sunday spotlights. Our first Sunday spotlight this week goes to quarterback Alex Hines. He wears the number 3, stands 6'1", weighing 155 pounds. His expectations for this season is to continue the legacy left behind by past Richview football teams by a 3-pronged attack. That attack is this. Number 1, executing every offensive series. Secondly, spreading the ball out to multiple targets to give them a fair chance. And number 3, above all else, putting balls into the end zone. Ultimately, said Hines, his biggest expectation is winning the district championship. Outside of football, Alex enjoys playing basketball with his teammates and his older brothers. His favorite NFL player is current Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson, because that is his favorite player on the team. He is also amazed at how fast he is, and who wouldn't be amazed? Alex doesn't listen to any music before a game. However, if he did, he would listen to something by Rod Wave. What makes a great team captain from Alex's perspective is leading by example on and off the field. A team captain is also a great follower as well as a leader. Alex's favorite teammate memories were when Tristan Clark caught a walk-off touchdown pass in a JV game last year and hung out and ate dinner before each game. He really enjoys talking and getting to know each other better off the field. They get to bond with each other. Our second Sunday spotlight is Eli Hicks wearing the jersey number 46, standing at 5'5", 127 pounds, and starts at outside linebacker. Eli's expectations for this season is to continue to start on the defensive side of the ball and work his way up the depth chart on offense. Outside of football, he likes fishing and going to church. Eli's favorite NFL player is longtime Baltimore Ravens linebacker and NFL Hall of Famer Ray Lewis because he was a beast on defense. Eli doesn't listen to music before a game either. To get himself ready, he thinks about the Lord and thinks about what he plans to do on the defensive side of the ball to make a play. In Eli's opinion, what makes a great team captain is someone who thinks about his fellow players rather than themselves and hypes everyone up before a game. Finally, Eli's favorite teammate memory was when he and his brother, Brody, we all remember him, right? Played middle linebacker together next to each other on the JV squad. And our final Sunday spotlight this week is Tatum Johnson. He wears number 55, the double nickels, standing at 5'10", weighing in at 212 pounds. He starts at right guard and rotates in on the defensive line. Tatum's expectations for this season are to be undefeated, in regional play that is, and to strengthen his relationship with his teammates. When he's not on the gridiron, he likes reading, spending time with his siblings, and hanging out with his friends. Honestly, who wouldn't? Tatum has become more interested in football, so he isn't too familiar with current NFL players. But he enjoys listening to rap or other upbeat fast-tempo songs to get him in the right headspace before each game. Tatum's qualities for a great team captain include, but aren't limited to, good leadership, the ability to stay focused in tough situations, and have a consistently positive morale both on and off the field. Finally, Tatum said that he made so many memories with his teammates that it's hard to pick just one as his favorite. He's just glad to be able to be a part of the team and looks forward to making even more memories with his teammates. And I can't blame him. On the Cowboy calendar this week, we have a set of road games against Rossview Middle School at Rossview on Wednesday, August 26th, with the JV at 5:30, with varsity to follow after at 7. My keys to victory this week go to the varsity squad for the Warfield Shield rivalry game at Rossview. Key number 1, familiarize yourself with your rivals. This upcoming game is not just a rivalry game, it's also a preview for the high school's game against Rossview in 2 weeks' time. Key number 2, tighten up on defense. This goes to our defensive performers, so listen up, guys. When Rossview's offense is out there, if they make a mistake like a fumble or an interception, capitalize on those mistakes, and it can benefit you in the long run. And capitalizing on those mistakes leads to key number 3. Score early, score often. This is for everyone on offense. The earlier you score and the more often you score, the greater the chances are the defense can back you up on your performance. And that is going to wrap this episode of the Richview Roundup. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this content, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you do not miss a new video. This has been a presentation of the Richview Roundup, a CJR Entertainment production. This show was written, edited, produced, and hosted by Colton Richards. Stay classy, Cowboys Nation.